Prathamam Stalakutri Cha Dvitiyam Brahmacharini Tritiyam Chandraganteti Kushmanteti Chaturtakam Pancham Gandamateti Shastyam Kadyayaniti Cha Saptamam Kalaratriti Mahaguriti Chastramam Navalam Siddhidatrita Navadurga Prakirtita Uktanye Tarinamani Paramanaga Mahatmanaha.
Good morning! Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Embody Freedom series. I'm Hemalayaa, your host and your online friend. Woo! So the Embody Freedom series, we use ancient practices for modern day insanity. And there's a little bit of that going on. Yeah, a little cray-cray in the air. So join myself, guest transformational leaders, as we guide you to overcome this modern day insanity and come into your truth. Remember who you truly are. The series is designed to ground us in a whole new embodiment of leadership, because fear and stress and anxiety are not going to go away, and they may throw us off our center, but we will rise, is what I'm saying. In this show, in this series, let's thrive. The invitation is let's thrive by reclaiming and sustaining our joy and our pleasure through movement. And we'll get into some of that today to move the energy. So the time is now to pivot and expand into freedom. So mark your calendars, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. We are doing the Embody Freedom series, and I have incredible guests on today. I'm super excited. Woo! Two sisters are on today that I can introduce you to. Sabrina Sapal will be up, and Kenlyn Kolleen will be up as well, and dear sisters and friends of mine. So this is kind of the great thing. So DTO and I, some of you know, like we've been traveling for years, right? Like I've been doing this work for 20 years now and traveling to different places around the globe, teaching the work at festivals and conferences. And whew, well, that's come to a halt, isn't it? So what's come to a halt for you? What are you facing right now? And, I think some of what I'm hearing is this feeling, this trigger of not enoughness, like not having enough, right? Like we go to the stores and there's not enough toilet paper. We're running out of things. There's this feeling of not enoughness, and then our own facing ourselves that really could cause us to feel scarcity or feel a lack of. My invitation and this series is to remind you that actually to have all the feels, first of all, like, yeah, definitely own and have all the feels, and to also know that you can shift at any moment. And the invitation is to shift now into your true abundance, prosperity, openness, expansiveness. And creativeness, right? Like that's also what's in the air right now. DTO and I have this home where we're like, okay, we already called it the Creative Casa. Now it's really the Creative Casa Studios. The whole thing, we just basically created it into a studio. So taking a pause, taking a breath, taking a deep breath in with me right now. Deep breath in, exhale out of the mouth. We invite you to be on with us live so that you can also ask questions and be in the conversation with us, because I know there's a lot of you healers, coaches, leaders out there. Be in the connection with us. So here's the opportunity. We are all in our homes, separated physically, but are we separated? So the invitation now, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes for a breath and to be in connection with that breath. So eyes closed, breathing in. Exhale out of the mouth. Jiggle your shoulders a little bit here. Move your head from side to side. Unlock your neck and feel all those crunchies and crinklies in your neck. Flubber your lips. You can even stretch out your mouth here. Stretch out the jaw. Saying no in slow-mo with your neck, with your head. And then chin down, chin up, chin down, chin up really slowly. And maybe you want to roll your head around in a circle in one direction and then the other direction. Ooh. All right, back to center here. Breathe. Feel that openness in your neck area as you stand or sit comfortably. If you're standing, bend your knees slightly and breathe. We are now going to the optimal level of health and well-being, the place where your highest self flourishes and is in truth and expansion and play and freedom. So as you breathe here, we call in your allies, your support team, all of the divine beings that are here for you to live in your creative, absolute service and purpose and truth here. Feel them entering the space surrounding you now. You in the center of this loving circle of allies, archangels, angels, divine beings, devas and devis, God, goddess. And breathe and feel you are safe. You are safe. You can even take your hands to your heart and rock yourself from side to side. You are safe. I am safe. I am safe. Say that to yourself. I am safe. And take one more deep breath in. Deep breath in, deep breath in. This time, take so much breath in. We're going to hold the breath. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And contract your fists and wiggle your body and jiggle and contract everything and squeeze your face. And exhale. And as you're ready, open your eyes. Woo! So the invitation now is going to be to move a little bit. The reason is we want to be in a receptive mode. We want to be able to receive our beautiful artist that is coming on here. And this is Sabrina Sapal singing on this song that they created together, DTO and her. So as you listen here, walk it out in your space. Flip your arms around, shake out your arms, jiggle your body. Ooh, all right. And now one arm at a time, elbow going back here, breathe. Flubber the lips. So really take that elbow strong, work your arms here. Feel yourself creating space, opening up the curtains, the spiritual curtains, where you can see clearly what you are meant to create now, how you are meant to serve now. Here's the opportunity. Awesome. All right. Walking around in your space here. The heels are up. We're on the balls of the feet. Ooh, shake out the head now. Ooh. Just a few more seconds here, like 10 more seconds where we really let it go. So shake out your head so much that your cheeks jiggle. You got to be willing to go silly here. Okay, good. Last few seconds where you walk in your space. Fly to this song. This mantra that Sabrina is singing on this song is a beautiful awakening for your true soul. So feel that. Inhale. Take the arms up. Deep breath in. Exhale, arms down. Hard stop there. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. So being with us here, just know you can comment and share at any time. Ask us any questions. I am so excited to bring on our first guest. Take a deep breath in. So just notice what you notice even right now. We have just shifted our energy, right? So notice, scan your experience. And now let's bring on Sabrina Sapal in the house.
Hello. Hi
Hi.
everyone. Sat Shri Akal
Hi.
ji.
Oh, thank you. Nice to see you here, honey. It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a long time. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear what you're working on. Before we talk about that, I want to introduce you. First of all, you're just an incredible, bright light and love everything you've been doing. You've been really traveling to India and sharing your music there, and you've got some awesome videos.
Thank you.
That's really awesome. So yeah, you're San Diego based, which is great. That's how you and DTO got to work together. And
Correct.
yeah, so let me share with the audience. So Sabrina Sapal is a versatile Indian American artist who's drawn to music's ability to build strong bridges between the East and the West. She's trained to play Western instruments like the tuba and the clarinet, and she also plays an array of South Asian and Middle Eastern instruments, which she has taught herself. She's like brilliant, right? I'm so excited. So well versed in a range of musical genres with a passion to spread her music, fueled by support from her community. Sabrina also enjoys modeling and acting, as you can tell. Look at her. Just look at her, everybody. Super gorgeous.
Oh.
And
We
she's been
live
on ads,
in
magazine shoots,
strange
latest music
times.
videos. How do you say these the names of the
The
songs?
housing bubble.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
what that
sorry.
was.
I'm hearing like a. Oh, okay. Is that the song?
Is that the song, honey? Okay, Gio's obviously queuing it up. Of course.
Oh, cool.
This song is badass.
Thank you.
What does that mean? What you're singing?
So Shok Maranda is a Sufi song. And it's the hook line actually means I have a passion to die, but it's so poetic and so deep that there's so many meanings and interpretations of the song. Where Sufi music is usually like you can relate it to a lover or to God. So being in so I have a passion to die, to go to God, and that's like the ultimate happiness basically, because there's so much going on in the community, in society, and so that's what the song talks about. And
That's so
yeah,
cool.
that's
Who's the
pretty much
badass
it.
with you in this video?
He is a TikTok model. His name is Rahul.
Okay.
Yes.
Right
He's
on.
great.
So cool.
Yes.
Awesome.
So
Well,
he's
thank you.
basically representing like the society, and he's not actually like my love interest in the video. Like if you listen to, I actually have an English translation of the song on my Facebook page, so
Okay.
it'll be easier to interpret that way. But anyways, yeah, so he represents like the society and the things that are happening, and that's what he represents as a model.
Okay, right
Yeah.
on.
Mhm.
Well, thank you for being with us today. I'm so
Thank
happy
you
to
so
have
much
you
for having
on,
me.
and our audience that's here with us live, I'm sure, is gonna love what you share. You have a song for us. I also want to hear like what you're up to right now. So you're in quarantine. Yeah,
Yes,
you're
as we
home.
all are. Yes.
Yeah. So what's
Yeah.
up for you right now? What's coming up? What are you working on? What's happening?
Well, I've been writing a lot. And I've been writing in English and writing in Punjabi as well. But my stronger suit is English, since I'm, born and raised over here. So I'm writing in English, and I'm writing a kind of like a series, like a timeline of what's happening right now. I mean, we're going through a struggle as the world. And then my last song is kind of like a rebirth, and like a new life and new beginnings. So yeah, I'm working on that right now. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you've got the time, as we all do. So if
Yes.
you can see, Sabrina's utilizing her creative time, her time. I think we're all being called, right? We're all being called to
100%.
go within, work on things that we might have put aside for our busyness that we've been in. So
Yes,
right now, the
100%.
busyness has gone down.
Yes,
And we
for
have
sure.
the opportunity. Yeah, we have the opportunity to really work on some things. So what song are you sharing with us today?
Well, it's my latest release, and it's called Mast Malang.
Okay. And
Yeah,
what does
so
that
that's
mean?
Must Malang means a person who's very like carefree. So in the song, the girl is telling like this carefree guy that, hello, I'm here, pay attention to me, I love you. Yeah. So yeah, that's the meaning of the song, and it's a really fun song. And if you have a chance to watch the video, it's also like a nice little visual.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Oh,
Mm.
goody. Okay, so everybody get your receptive heart, ears, eyes open while Sabrina takes us into.
Sure. Okay, well, excuse me, my voice is in my morning voice, so yeah, so okay. Hmm. मस्त मलंग चकिताई टाडा दिल तंग चकिताई मस्त मलंग चकिताई टाडा दिल तंग चकिताई दे दे तू प्यार मैनू यार मेरा सोना सोना माही मेरा सोना सोना दे जा दीदार मैनू यार मेरा सोना सोना माही मेरा सोना सोना यार मेरा सोना सोना. Thank you.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Thank you.
So again, the wording of that song, it's almost like a flirtation, right? It's like a
Yes, it
playful.
is.
Yeah, that's what I
100%.
love about Indian music, Punjabi, Hindi music. It's so much about romantic,
Yeah.
playful, flirty. So
Yeah.
I play it a lot when we're doing movement because it puts us
Mhm.
into that mode, like flirt with life right now. What would it be like to flirt
Yes,
now?
exactly. Hello?
Oh, did I freeze? Did you
It's
freeze?
like, yep, yeah, it was
And
frozen.
we're
Sorry,
back.
what did you say?
Oh, I just
Yeah.
said, what would it be like if we were to flirt with life right now, versus
Ooh,
go into a spiral or flirt with each other? Because the Indian music is all about flirting with each other, and
yeah.
flirting is about romance.
For
Yeah.
sure. Well, I mean, like, I personally, I just put on like a Hindi movie, or I put on like, some music, my favorite playlist, and I just kind of like get inspired, close my eyes. Sometimes I dance in my room. Sometimes I end up singing, and like I live with my family, so they're all like, okay, what is she doing in her room? And then they walk in and they're like, okay, she's dancing. So I'm my own Mastamalang, I guess you can say. I'm my own like carefree kind of like soul, and that's, for me, that's flirting with life, I guess you can say, and being playful. And since everything's so discombobulated right now, spending time with yourself, I think, is really important, and getting to know yourself,
Mm.
and getting to know like your strengths and weaknesses. I feel like every day, I learn something new about myself, and then I learn how to better myself, and it's fun to do that in that kind of way, to flirt with life, I guess you can say, and bring the positivity up.
Yeah, that's so great. I love that you're sharing that. So really hear what Sabrina is saying, right? What I'm hearing is you're your own, playful flirtation, like you keep your own spirits up. And it's okay to, just like what I started the show with today, was it's okay to get into the feels, like, move the anger and the energy and all of that you're feeling. And you can also get into, okay, what now? And the what now doesn't have to be a spiral downward. The what now can be, okay, I'm going to go to my room. I'm going to move my body. I'm going to play. I'm going to dance. I'm going to sing and see what happens. Because
Yes.
normally what happens is that I feel lighter. I feel more connected. I
Yeah,
feel more smiley. Yeah.
100%.
So, yeah, thank you for sharing that. So appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
what is one thing? So we're doing a segment here called One Thing. What is one thing, Sabrina, that you feel is the absolute most important thing that someone can do for themselves, that you do for yourself?
Well, I was actually watching one of your earlier episodes of this series, and you were speaking about what the D meant in embody, and it meant dharma, which means your purpose in life. And I think that no matter what is going on in the world, or even individual stress when this isn't happening in the world, it's important to know that this is your purpose. I mean, for me, music is my purpose, and art is my purpose. So I don't lose sight of that. and it's important to keep creating and keep your soul happy, because I mean, this is a body that we're living in, and this is our soul, and we need to keep it happy so that, you know, in our next life, it can continue on like that and only better ourselves.
Yeah, I love that. So keep creating and being in that flow. That's the one thing that Sabrina Sapal, it's the one thing.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for being with us. And if you want to hang out, we'll bring you back on for when we choose an Embody Oracle card deck.
Ooh, okay, sounds good. Thank
Okay,
you.
cool. See you in a little bit. All right. So we're learning so much, right? What are you receiving? What are you hearing for yourself? Share in the comments. Yeah. And where are you watching from? That's also what we want to know. And I see that there's somebody from Cincinnati, Ohio. Awesome. Hi, Julie. Nice to have you here. So where are you watching from? Where are you at home? Okay, so let's take another deep breath in. I'm excited to bring on a dear sister. We've actually slept in the same bed. I love this woman so much. So take a deep breath in again, and I get to share with you about this magnificent woman. So Kenlyn Kolleen, she is an author, speaker, women's coach, and Kundalini yoga instructor. She's a former attorney. She left the corporate world to pursue the spiritual laws of higher truth. Her journey took her to India to meet His Holiness the Dalai Lama and completing the Kundalini yoga training. She has served on the board of Free a Child in Nepal and launched the first anti-trafficking program in Denver, Colorado. She's been serving the homeless youth there. She's also the author of an incredible book, just FYI, called The Art of Turning 50, A Woman's Guide to a Radiant and Authentic Life. And she maintains a private coaching and speaking practice while teaching Kundalini yoga in Encinitas, California. Kenlyn Kolleen. Hi. Welcome.
Oh, welcome. Thank you. Oh my gosh, your intro made me laugh so hard backstage.
What happened?
Your intro, I forgot we slept together in the same bed.
Oh, yeah. I know, I was thinking about that last night. Actually, as I have your heavy blanket that you lent me.
Oh yeah, so good.
The thing is good. I keep anyways, I don't know if you guys out there, if you've ever tried one of these heavy blankets, like the weighted blankets, and I hadn't tried a legit one. And Kenlyn's like, I have this one. It's just not working for me. So I've been utilizing it.
Is it working for you?
Some days I'm like, yeah, that's great. And then some I'm like, get this thing off of me.
Yeah. It's different.
It's kind of like a lover, isn't it? Anyway.
Oh, I can see where this is going. All
yeah.
Right.
Welcome to my home through your home. How's it going over there?
It's a ride, isn't it?
Mm.
It's a wave. It's definitely a wave. And I'm getting to be with all these emotions that are coming up. And sometimes I'm euphoric and I'm like seeing the divine picture. And other days I wake up with anxiety. And I think all of that is exactly how it should be.
Yeah. We're all going through our processes for sure. What do you think is like the heaviest thing or the hardest thing right now for you that you're experiencing?
Oh, yeah. I mean, my first thought was like not being able to go to the hairdresser because like, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we just got quarantined. They just shut the beaches down here and that makes it really real. So for those of you who are not in California, I heard there's different styles of lockdown. There's California style, there's Wuhan style, and there's Texas style. So apparently California style is where you don't go to places and you stay in your homes and you get to go to the grocery store or the pharmacy. And I talked to a friend in New Zealand and they're doing California style lockdown for 30 days starting tomorrow. So it's the hardest thing for me is is wanting to be in those public spaces like parks and beaches where I find so much nurturance. I live by myself, and so this is kind of normal. I think a lot of introverts or people who work at home are like, let us show you how.
Yeah. Totally. Let us show you how we dance in our own living room or our bedrooms, like Sabrina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How we go in our own flow, in our own rhythm. And again, that's another thing that's been challenging. I don't know about you or those of you watching, but it's a new rhythm and schedule. So I'm having to check in with myself and really ask the question, what do I want to take with me when this is over?
Mm.
And so I get to put those structures in place so that when this is over, I've got the gold. I've really mined the gold of this incredibly important time. When my friends shared with me that the same thing is happening in New Zealand, that is all the way around the globe. And you think about it, there's nothing that could have happened to us in my mind that I could have thought of that would produce a global response, that we're all doing the same thing, no matter in every corner of the universe.
Yeah.
So that feels pretty auspicious, pretty amazing, and something to orient ourselves toward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a connectedness. Like, it's not just us, it's it. And we are go to your room. Everybody go. Everybody go to your home, like you are grounded.
We are grounded.
Go away. So it's really definitely an interesting moment. And we're all being called to face ourselves, without the the doing in. And what are we when we're not in the doing? Like what I'm finding is, wow, there's intimacy here. I've definitely been wanting intimacy. Never knew that it was right here, like right in front of my face. So it's an interesting, awesome time, and the opportunity. What do you feel like is the one thing that is supporting you and that you feel like that's like the thing for humanity to hear? What's that one thing that we could utilize right now, a practice that would support us in being in touch with the truth, our truth?
Yeah. I'm going to share the one thing and then share a practice that may get us to a place to receive that one thing.
Awesome.
So your title, and I love what you're doing. It's so juicy. It's about ancient practices in our modern insanity. So imagine that the ancients looking at the sky, one of the things that they may have experienced is awe. And awe is a portal to the divine. So when we shift our perspective from how this is personally affecting me and what I don't get to do, to the awe of how could one thing change everything for everybody, and feel the divine hand at work. I believe that sense of awe will take us where we really want to go. And then whenever this is over, 30 days from now, whenever that is, we can bring that sense of awe. Like that'll never leave. That'll never leave you. You'll
I'm gonna knock on
always
wood
be
when you say
connected.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is what we get to create now through our perception. And we could spend our time perceiving something else, but it's all available. We get to choose it.
Yeah.
So you said, feel your feels, and it's true. I'm going on a wave, and then don't forget to look up at the night sky and look at the stars and connect to awe.
I love that. So wherever you are in the world, that's the one thing that Kenlyn is leading us to, is looking up at the night sky. So we've got Renuka in Turlock, California. We've got Marissa from OC in the house. We had somebody from, I can't see who it is now, but Cleveland, right? Wasn't it? Or Cincinnati. Yes, of course, Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, so if you're watching right now, share where you're watching from and what night sky you'll be looking at tonight, whenever it's night in your time zone.
And it's really going to be night tonight, because guess what? It's a new moon, everyone. And a new moon is this dark night sky where you can see the stars the best. And in this new moon time, you get to go inward and make your intention. Just like ancients have throughout time, use the ebbs and the flows, the waxing and the waning of the moon to receive in your cup. Like, so your cup is empty in the new moon. You have released it all. And now you get to fill it with your intention. And then by the time the full moon comes, we express gratitude and we let it go. Yeah. Okay. Can I lead a little practice?
Yes, please. I was going to ask you if you'll lead us through something. Thank you.
Yeah. So one of the great things about awe is that we get to calm ourselves and calm our minds. And this is a breath work practice that I do in my Kundalini yoga. And I do just when I'm standing in line at the grocery store. I don't do the mudra part. I'm going to teach you a mudra that goes with it, but I do the breath part when I'm standing in line, or even when I'm driving my car. Anything that might get me a little more stressed out, this is perfect. It's very simple. I did a 40-day meditation for a calm mind and an open heart, and this was the mudra and the breath work. So if you want to set yourself up with the mudra, you take your hand and you place it on your heart. It's just flat on your heart with your fingers pointing in the other direction horizontally. And that is really anchoring you into a still point. You can feel that still point, can't you? Just by pressing your hand into your heart. And then your right hand is going to have a lock. This is a lock called Gyan Mudra. It's a wisdom lock and it gives you peace. So it's really just right here in the form of like this active pledge. So think about this right hand being in this kind of masculine, like action-oriented, pledge-oriented. I'm ready. These fingers are like antenna receptors. And then this hand on your heart with the left hand and your thumb is up. This is like the feminine part, the yin part, the receptive part, the part that doesn't have to do anything in order to effectuate her dharma or his dharma. It's a receiving. It's just through our beingness, our being quality. And it's both and, right? When I led the Divine Feminine Summit, so many of us talked about the masculine and the feminine coming together in sacred union. So here's one way, one mudra where that happens. And now for the cherry on top is the breath. So the breath is a long, deep inhale, and you're expanding your belly. So when you inhale, your belly opens and expands. And then at the top of that inhale, you suspend your breath. And you suspend it for as long as you can without gasping. Like right at that edge. And you get to find where that edge is. Then you start to exhale, release, and slowly release. Slowly, slowly, slowly release all the air out of your nose. And when you've come to the end, you hold it out. And then when you're ready, without even gasping, you just inhale again. And your eyes are closed. you can focus on that third eye point, that brow point here. And just begin that box breath. They call it a box breath in more of the psychological world. And in our world, this is an ancient breath. It comes from the ancients who have given this to us for exactly these times. So let's try it together. If you haven't already started, it's a good time to start. So inhale deeply. At the top, suspend. Exhale all the air out. Let it just fall. Give yourself time. And then hold it out. And then inhale again. Hold it. Exhale. Hold it out. And inhale. And we can release for now. Release your breath for now. Does that feel amazing? And so if you're at the grocery store, you may not, or driving a car, you may not be able to do this mudra, but you can certainly do that box breath. It's a 4-part breath. So imagining the inhale, the hold, the exhale, the hold. Just like that, you can be thinking of that kind of box. And you can even lay a mantra over it. So for those of you who have practiced meditation and breath work, you can lay a mantra over that breathing. That breathing can be a long sat, hold the sat, and then an exhale, nam. Hold the nam. Sat nam is a mantra of your true self. Truth is my name. It's the who and what you really are. So when I get into that breath, it calms my nervous system. I get out of any fight or flight or any even beta waves. I get into more of an alpha or a theta state. And then that is when you can drop the breath. You can even drop the hand mudra and just be still and quiet. And then generate for yourself that experience of awe. That experience of awe that takes you to the wonder of the mystery. Like, we don't know. It's miraculous and it's mysterious. And we as little humans who are just a part of the whole thing can be deeply and utterly in awe. That is a beautiful place to begin this journey of being quarantined, so that when we come out, we have a deeper connection with divine spirit, divine love, divine energy. And from there, we rebuild, we recreate that new world. So thank you for listening.
So nice. And also Renuka says, thank you for teaching us the mudra. And Amanda says, Kenlyn, you're so amazing.
Hi, Amanda.
It's true.
Hi, Renuka. Hi, sisters.
Yeah, we got some more in California house in with her and Laguna Beach. So for being on this live, sharing where you know, like I was just feeling into also there are a lot of discomfort also, right? There's a lot of people that are actually sick, maybe not even with this virus, but other things. Like I even at moments I'm like, oh, I've got a cough. Is something wrong? You know? So there are actual people that are really sick right now with the virus. And then there's people that are leaving the planet right now. You know, they're leaving their bodies and leaving the planet. And so I wanted to do a little shout out and like a liberation prayer and blessing for those. So let's everybody take a deep breath in. We can get so I'm going to be okay. Are we going to be okay? And then there are some people that are leaving the planet. Oh, you know, that's what Mother Earth is doing, some cleanup. And so we blast you out with peace. I really love the RIP, the rest in peace, like truly love that. It's like, may your soul be resting in peace, and may it reincarnate, if that's what you believe, in peace. May it move on to wherever it's meant to move on in peace. And lighting a candle here for those who've been affected and their families, for those who are leaving the planet at this time. Powerful. Thank you, Kenlyn, so much for taking us into that. That's what I was feeling also when you took us into that practice. Does that practice have a name? Is there?
They call it meditation for a calm mind or a calm heart.
Yeah, that's good. It worked. I'm all zenned out.
So
look at that picture of you. I love it.
Freedom.
So, yeah, I was just about to pull this up. Okay, well, of course, DTO's got the picture, but I have
Dave.
And I love it. So I feel like it's, you know, you're speaking to the art of turning 50, but you're also speaking to women in general, like really, really powerfully. So you can order this book on Amazon.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. A lot of people have told me, I mean, I have women in their 40s, I have women in their 50s and 60s, and they're all just like, no, this is really about transitions. It's the death of the old you. So acknowledging the parts that you want to honor, because, you know, our path got us here. So honoring all the parts of us and then letting go. And this is the time of that purge, that we get to let go of the parts of ourselves and honor it, and then recreate, reinvent who we be.
Yes. All right. Well, are we ready to pick a card for today? Let's bring Sabrina back on.
Hi. That was awesome, Kenlyn.
Thank you. I loved your song. Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
I'm so into you.
Thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to shuffle these cards. And first we'll knock on to clear up the last time we chose, and come into this time. And Sabrina, tell me when to stop.
Sorry, you were frozen. What was that?
Oh, okay. Tell me when to stop.
Oh, okay.
Oop, hold on. Okay, tell me when to stop shuffling.
Stop.
Okay. And Kenlyn, tell me when to stop.
And stop.
Ooh, liberate.
Nice.
That's interesting. We were just feeling that. Look at her. Oh my God. Liberate.
I love that. That's so cool.
Beautiful.
Ooh, a time of liberation, and a time of liberation for those souls all leaving the planet and moving on through this epidemic, pandemic that's happening. So liberate, call forward your energy. Here's the message. You are an path, a healer, a lover of life. At this time, you are weighed down with other people's energies, and it is affecting your well-being and natural exuberance. Sometimes you may think that you are helping someone by taking on their pain. However, the truth is, it can do the opposite. You can be interfering in the natural growth and evolution. Consider creating a more clear boundary and personal intention to no longer take anyone's pain into your own body and mind. You can help them instead by inspiring them to help themselves, accepting their journey, demonstrating trust that they can take care of themselves. It's not your job to try to take problems or pain from anyone. Even if you are an empath and it comes naturally to you, your lesson is to be compassionate and to hold the space for them to do their work. Otherwise, we'll become exhausted or experience depression. Great news, you get to recharge yourself and clear others' energies with the following exercise. So every embodied oracle card deck and message, 44 messages, each one of them has an embodied invitation. So let me just see this one. Yeah, there's a whole meditation. We're not going to get into it right now. I highly suggest you do Kenlyn's meditation and clear codependent ties. So really see your energy coming back into your body, no matter how much you love the person that you've been feeling or holding or wishing and praying for. It doesn't mean we don't love them. It means that you're calling your rightful energy back into your being. So that's the message for today. Liberate yourself and liberate others by letting them do their work and have the experience that they came here to have. Not sure what that noise is, but we will.
Very cool.
Awesome. Thank you, both of you, for being on
Thank
today.
you.
Love and adore you both. And thank you, everyone, for being live with us who are here, and those of you who are watching this series afterwards. We ask you to share this. We are creating a pathway for us to be in our freedom selves, our liberated selves. And every guest that I have on, the intention is that you take something away that will serve you. It'll be that one thing. We're doing a segment around the one thing, really, because we want to know what can serve us also, because there's definitely incredible leaders and facilitators. So join myself and these guest transformational leaders as we guide you on how to overcome modern day insanity. This is what the Embody Freedom series is all about. It's designed to ground us in a whole new embodiment of leadership. And we can move through fear, stress, anxiety, because it will throw us off our center. So let's thrive by reclaiming and sustaining our joy and pleasure through movement, through breath, through connection. The time is now to pivot. Expand into freedom. Join us Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. here on Facebook and on YouTube. Live, share with your friends, and we will see you soon. Signing off. Love you both.
Bye.
Who is muted? We can't hear it, honey.